Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for you this absolutely gorgeous BMW 1 Series, and as always I'm going to do a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car, and then we're going to jump inside and I'm going to show you all the interior features and gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with. Now this particular car comes with a registration number Charlie X-Ray 64 Lima Hotel Echo. It is a BMW 116D Sport finished in red. It is obviously a hatchback. It has a 2-liter diesel engine and it puts out 114 brake horsepower. It was first registered on the 29th of September 2014 and it has a valid MOT until the 3rd of February 2026. So the car has just been MOT'd, so it comes with 12 months MOT as well. Not only that, it is an advisory free MOT, so no issues with this car whatsoever. Road tax is only £35 per year, which is absolutely fantastic. And insurance group is 16E, so it's quite low in the insurance bracket, which means that it's not going to break the bank to insure this thing. It puts out 114 grams per kilometer of CO2. And in terms of fuel economy, this car absolutely shines. You can get 53 miles per gallon around town, 74 miles per gallon on a motorway run, with a combined fuel economy of 65 miles per gallon. Now, a small disclaimer with the fuel economy, these are the manufacturer's recommended figures. I obviously don't drive these cars enough to be able to get like a realistic figure, but as we all know, manufacturers like to be overly confident, if we say that, with their figures. So take these figures that I've just told you now with a pinch of salt, because the way the cars are tested, they're being tested in like enclosed spaces on a treadmill, basically, and that's how they get these certain figures. But you do have to take in account other elements such as weather, weight, tires, um, what else? Surface. So all these things they do take in effect. So yeah, do with that information what you will. I give you the manufacturer's figures because that's what you would see anywhere you'd look, but it's entirely up to you what kind of figures you think you're going to get with these. In terms of performance, it does a respectable speed of 124 miles per hour, which obviously I would strongly disagree with. No, sorry, I don't disagree with. I strongly against. Yeah, it probably does 124 miles per hour. I don't disagree with that, but I just don't think it would be a wise idea to do it. And it has a 0 to 60 time of 10 seconds, which again is fantastic. It's got a fantastic service history. It's just been serviced as well. And let's have a quick look in the interior. Actually, before we go to the interior, let me just show you. So, tires have plenty of tread on them, and the alloys are in good condition as well. It does have a few scuffs here and there, but it is to be expected of a car of this age and mileage. The interior, though, absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and I do love the fact that they've used this red stitching as well. It does match the color of the car, which is fantastic. You do have front electric windows as well, and just to show you how the seats look like, beautiful. I think that red stitching really sets it apart. And one thing I love about these is that they've got this thigh extension here, so it gives you better support for your thighs, which is fantastic. Obviously, you have it on the driver's side as well, and it does have manual adjustments, but you do have lumbar support, which is electric. Over here, you've got your glove box, nice and big. You've got your owner's manual in there, and you've got this red line going across. Um, the lacquer is peeling off just a little bit over here, but again, as always, I want to point out every little imperfection because at least that way you know what to expect when you come over to view the car. Let's have a look at the rear tire as well. Really good condition on this one, and again, the alloys have a few little scuffs here and there, nothing major. Let's have a quick look on the rear. So you've got electric windows on the rear as well, which is great. And again, that red stitching goes all the way to the back of the car as well, which is really nice. And I do love the accents of that red going across like that. You can drop the seats down, so the seats go down like that, and as you can see, they lie completely flat, which again is really good, because then if you have larger items you want to put inside the boot, then you can drop the seats down and they lie completely flat, which is great. Inside here you've got a little bit of storage in there, maybe for some sweets or something like that. No pockets on the back of the seats, which is a bit surprising, to be honest, but it is what it is. And another thing, the armrest doesn't have a center armrest in the rear, but you do have isofix points on the two outer seats, which again is really nice, because if you need to fit some child seats, then you can do easily. Moving over to the boot, just before we open the boot, it does have rear parking sensors, as you can see, and the exhaust pipe is nice and clean, hasn't been ragged around basically. Let's just open the boot, nice and big for its class. You've got some storage in there, and underneath here, if you're expecting a spare tire, well, you're not in luck, because they don't come with spare tires anymore, unfortunately. But what you do get is you get that tire inflating kit in there, and you've got that triangle. So yeah, it's a shame that manufacturers don't put spare tires in cars anymore, but it is what it is. We can't really argue with them. Well, we can, but we're not going to win. Moving over to this side, so again, just to show you all the alloys and the tires, and this is your fuel cap in here. So yeah, like I said, it is a 2-liter diesel. And let's have a quick look inside here as well. So again, you got this red stitch. Well, I'd be surprised if it wouldn't be on this side, to be honest, but again, nice and easy to drop the seat, as long as the seat is not pushed all the way back like I had it. And the reason I had it like that is so I can take better photos of the interior and everything. But obviously I would not be able to drive the car with the seat in that position, so the seat doesn't go down. But it does go down, same as the other one, and it does go down completely flat. Right, let's have a look at the front as well. Actually, before we do that, I'm just going to pop the bonnet. And here's an interesting thing. So you see it's got 2X on there. Now, I didn't see that initially. Well, it's not the first BMW I've got with that does that, but the first time I didn't see it. I pulled on it, and then I think I spent about 10 minutes at the front trying to open the bonnet without realizing that it doesn't have a latch. It basically, you have to pull on it once and then once again. If you do that, bonnet just lifts up. So it's a cool idea, but it would be nice if I knew about it beforehand. And the thing is, because it's got this rubber seal here, I couldn't see the bonnet up there to see if it's got a latch, and I just, honestly, I've spent about 10 minutes trying to find it, but no, you don't have a latch. Engine runs very, very smooth. There's absolutely no issues with the engine whatsoever. Coolant is nice and blue. I'm just going to try and show you that there's no oil leaks, any spills or anything like that anywhere on here. One thing I don't like to do is clean the engine bays. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but if you're new here, I'm going to tell you as well. I don't like to clean engine bays because there could be two stories behind it. One story could be behind, it could be a car that was owned by an enthusiast who absolutely loved cleaning his car every 6 hours and cleaning the engine bay, putting like back to black on these plastics and stuff like that, which is good. Don't get me wrong, it's perfect, because that means that the car has had an easy life and somebody's really took care of it. But then you've got the other side of the story where somebody was driving it. It had a massive oil explosion in here, and they've jet washed it, trying to get rid of evidence, if I can say that. So then you'd find a very nice and clean engine bay. Now, that's the reason I don't like to clean them, because at the end of the day, these are not my personal car, so it's not like I care for them the same way as I would my personal car. But I don't want people to think that because it's so clean. Like you can see here, it's a bit dusty, but then it's normal. It's an engine bay. That's how it should look. If it's too clean, that's when I would be concerned. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't like to clean engine bays. Anyway, let's just jump. Well, if you look at the seat, how far back it's pushed against the B pillar. There it is. It's pushed way behind that, so I wouldn't be able to drive it like that anyway. But let's just have a quick look here. So obviously on the driver door, you've got front and rear electric window controls, and you've got your electric mirrors in there as well. Nice door pockets in there. And then again, the driver's seat is in really good condition, again considering the age and the mileage of the car. And you do have electric lumbar support for the driver as well. And over here you've got your lights. It does have auto lights. You got your front and rear fog lights. This is to adjust the height of the headlights, and this is to adjust the intensity of the lights in the dashboard. Right, let's jump in. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't mention, the key. Even the key has red on it. How cool is that? I've just noticed it. Well, I've noticed it before, but it just clicked that it's the same color of the car. So the key, you don't actually need it. It is completely keyless start. It's not keyless go. It's not keyless entry. So when you close it, you do have to press the button to lock it, and press the button again to unlock it. And here I am teaching you how to use a car key. I'm sorry. You can probably see that little key symbol there. So what that is basically, let's say if your key is running out of battery completely, and you can't start the car just by, because usually you should put your foot on the clutch, press the start button, and it should start. Now if it doesn't start, that means that the battery in the key is running really low, or it's completely gone. That doesn't mean that you're stuck. So what you have to do then is basically hold the key against that symbol there, and then press the start button, and it will start, because it will still read the chip inside. So yeah, and then obviously you've got a physical key which you can put in there. Let me see if I can get it out. Yeah, so that's your physical key, which fits in there, so you can still lock and unlock the car. Simple. Right, just gonna put the key back in my pocket, and we're gonna jump inside. Now, the 1 Series is definitely not a car for me, because I'm quite a big lad, and I'm not particularly, I mean, once I get in, I'm fine, but getting in and out of this thing for me is a bit of a pain. But not everybody's like me. Right, so look, right now, with the seat like this, I can't even push the clutch all the way down. I'm not going to push it forward, though. Let me just try and press the clutch. Press the start button, and then it starts straight away. No issues whatsoever. Passenger airbag deactivated. So yeah, it even says here passenger airbag off. I think the gentleman that I bought it off from had a child seat on the passenger side as well. Obviously you can turn it off and on from that side, opening the door. Right, let's have a look here. So you've got a limiter on here, which is really nice. So let's say if you drive around town at 30 miles an hour speed limit, you can set the limit at 30 miles an hour. And what that means is basically you won't be able to drive past 30 miles an hour. It won't let you, it doesn't matter how hard you press the accelerator. Moving over onto the right side, you've got controls for your media. So you've got your volume up and down, mode, that's your scroll wheel to go through different radio stations, answer and reject the phone. No, sorry, that's the answer the phone call, and that's your voice assistant. In here, you've got your indicators, and yes, it does come with indicators. And then over here, you've got, I know, that was a bad joke, but come on. And over here, you've got your auto lights as well, which is fantastic, because once you've set it on auto, you don't need to turn the wipers ever again when it starts raining. Dashboard, very simple and nice layout in there. So you've got your speedometer over on the left, you've got your fuel gauge and your rev counter over there. Very simple. And then the only two warning lights that you've got is the fact that I'm not wearing my seatbelt and the fact that the handbrake is up. So these are easy to fix. Basically, just put the handbrake down, put your seatbelt on. That's it. And then over there, you've got a warning saying that the door is open. Now, to get rid of that, basically either close the door or you can press this button here and that just gets rid of it. And that way you can also see the mileage as well. It's 113,007 miles, so it's quite low mileage as well, considering the type of the engine. So the 2-liter engine diesel from BMW, they can go for hundreds of thousands of miles easily. It's 10 past 3. No, it's definitely not 10 past 3. It's 20 to 4. So time would need to be adjusted. And you've got 5.5 degrees outside. And I think that was the last time the trip computer has been reset. If you press this, you got 28.1 miles per hour. That's the date, 14th of the 2nd. That is true. It's Valentine's Day today. Happy Valentine's to whoever celebrates it. And that's the time again. It's not real time. 90 miles fuel remaining. 46.2 mpg. So there you go. That's decent. That's really decent mpg. And bear in mind, it's been driven. It's been stood with the engine running for quite a while it's been valeted and everything. I've drove it a little bit around town, so the mileage is not as good as it would be if you keep driving it on the motorway, which it's not bad. 46 mpg is not bad at all. Over there, you've got your start-stop button, as well as your no, sorry, that's your start. That's to start the engine and to stop it, and that's your start-stop button. So you can press this and then you turn off your start-stop. Basically, start-stop is when you, let's say you drive around, you stop at a traffic light, you take your foot off the clutch, you leave your car in neutral, as you should always. Please don't stay at a traffic light with your foot on the clutch in first gear. There's no point. There's no point. Just take your foot off the clutch, leave the car in neutral, keep your foot on the brake. That's all you have to do. But if you do that, then the car will automatically turn off the engine just to save you fuel. And then to start it, all you have to do is just press the clutch. So by the time you press the clutch and you put it in first gear, the engine's already started and you're all ready to go away. Moving over to the center, you've got a nice big infotainment screen in there. And as you can see, it's got multimedia, radio, telephone contacts, connected drive, vehicle information and settings. To operate that, you've got this BMW iDrive wheel here. And it's very simple. You just rotate it and that just keeps going down. So let's go into vehicle information, vehicle status. And then this is really cool. So you've got tire pressure monitoring, perform reset, engine oil level, start oil measure, and for exact oil level. Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, measure engine oil level. Measurement only with vehicle on level ground, transmission in neutral, engine warm and switched on. Do not depress clutch or accelerator. All right, yeah, the engine is not warm because I've just started it. So, but yeah, service requirements. Here we go. For brake fluid, okay, engine oil, rear brake pads, front brake pads, vehicle check, so everything is fine. And then you've got your service history here, and then you've got 2024, 2016, 2017, 2019, 2020. This one had brake fluid, so the brake fluid was done as well, but obviously this was back in 2016 when it was first. No, sorry, that was back in 2020 when it was overdue by 10 months, but it's been done since. Then you've got 2019 engine oil from brake pads, microfilter as well. That's been done. And then this one from brake pads, brake fluid. 26. So yeah, it's got really good service history as well. And the fact that it's been taken to BMW, you can tell how cared for this car was. Check control. This is normally where it gives you any errors. The only two errors is the fact that my door is open and that the passenger airbag is deactivated. So I'm just going to show you now. If I was to close the door, that straight away goes away. And then there's the passenger airbag, which it's been deactivated. activated, you need to basically open that door, and it's got a little key switch there, so you put that on. That's it. And sorry, right. Moving a little bit lower, you've got your front air vents here, and then you've got your hazard lights and your lock and unlock button. And then down here, you've got your radio. Actually, let me just... Oh, yes, tune. Everybody loves a bit of classic FM, why not? The only other thing is, I just want to mention as well, is that you've got, so if you go into radio, you've got FM, AM, DAB, DMB, save stations, sound. So yeah, you've got DAB radio with this one as well. These buttons here, you can probably see, so they are touch sensitive, so you can see I'm not actually pressing it, so you can assign different functions to this, and then you just have to like hover your finger around it, press it, and then it will go to that saved setting, which is really cool. And you've got your mode here, and then your volume switch over there. Down here, you've got your climate control, which is nice and very simple to operate. So you got your fan speed here, AC, recirculate, rear window defrost. This is to select the temperature, and this is to select where you want the air to come out from. Very, very simple. Down there, you've got a little cubby. You've got 2 cup holders over here, and you've got a 12-volt socket in there as well. 6-speed manual gearbox. Gearbox is very smooth. It goes through all the gears perfectly. Let me just show you. Actually, I might need to move my seat forward a bit. There we go. So foot on the clutch, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then reverse. There you go. And then your parking sensors will kick in straight away. So yeah, the gearbox is very nice and solid. It goes through all the gears perfectly. There's no crunches. The clutch is in perfect working order. There's no it's not slipping or anything. It's not too high, it's not too low. It's bang on in the middle. Over here you also have your traction control button, and then over here you've got your Sport and Eco Pro. So say if I press the Eco Pro button or the Sport button, go away, I don't want you anymore. There we go. Right, comfort. So right now the car is in Eco Pro, efficient driving, so I just keep pressing this button. So right now it's in Eco Pro, and then you press the top button and it goes into comfort, Sport, and then you've got Sport Plus, where it automatically deactivates your traction control, dynamic traction control. See, it says it on there as well. Sport Plus, dynamic traction control deactivated. Yeah, not something I would recommend if you don't know what you're doing, but yeah, I would personally keep it in comfort or even Eco Pro. But once you put it in Sport Plus or even Sport, you can feel the oomph it gets as soon as you accelerate. This I've already showed you. So this is the BMW iDrive. You've got audio, media, telephone. This is your scrolly wheel to move through the menu. You got back and option. Over here you've got, let me just open the door. Right, over here you've got your good old manual handbrake. I prefer, well, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I prefer a manual handbrake, and that's because they are much easier to fix if something goes wrong, and much cheaper to fix if something goes wrong, rather than an electronic handbrake. I'm not a big fan of those, but that is what it is. Nice chunky armrest, which opens up just like that, and you've got some storage in there, along with a USB port and your auxiliary in as well. At the top here, you've got your reverse, your rear view mirror, and you can just move it like this to make it more opaque, so people don't blind you when they drive with their high beams on. And then at the top here, you've got your interior lights, which, as you can see, they work absolutely fine. Nice sun visor. There's no vanity. There is a vanity mirror, but there's no light with it, which is a bit of a shame. But well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Right. Think that's pretty much it. There's not much else I can mention. I'm just gonna park this baby up. There we go. Ultra wide, perfect. Right, I am going to park it. Where am I going to park it? Ooh, I think I know where I'm going to park it, so you can hear the parking sensors kicking in as well. There we go. It might start beeping at me because I haven't got my seatbelt on, or it might not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Ooh, nearly hit my car. Oh, one of my cars. We're gonna park it right next to this Ford C-Max. That's right behind me. You can't. Oh, you can probably see it in that wing mirror. But you will hear parking sensors kicking in as well. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So it's not only audio, but you got visual as well, so you can see how close you are to the thing behind you. Right. That's pretty much it. And break up. So yeah, that's the BMW 1160. It's an absolutely beautiful little car. Like I said, it drives absolutely gorgeous. And if you are interested, don't hesitate to contact me. You can find me on 01684 355 032, or you can send me an email at vindemautos@gmail.com, or you can just go into our website, which is www.vindemautos.co.uk. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you liked the video. I hope you've learned something from it, and I hope you found it useful. Once again, thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.